Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name's Jade, and this is our app on iOS. Boom. And today we're going to get chaotic with some arpeggiation with ChaosArp by Axart Software. It's Oj. Hello and welcome to the show. My name is Jade. This is How to App on iOS, and I hope you're all doing well. And I have, yes indeed, Platypussy coffee in hand, and boy is it needed today. By the way, official merch, you can get your Unt mug from the link below. There is merch if you want to get it. If you want to be an Unt, and look, it's got a little How to App on iOS. And you too can be an Unt around the office or wherever or whatever you want. Geez, you're quick, Thomas. Wow. Look how quick you are. It's almost like you've got a shortcut for that or something. Beat me to it today. Welcome to our War Warriors. You can become one by clicking the join button down below and becoming a supporter of the channel. Boom. Or there's a link right there that Thomas Christ, our moderator with the mostest, has provided. Slinging the links always on command. He rocks. He is the man. Definitely, again, one of those Unt mugs. You need to be an Unt. You know, it's official. When you got an Unt mug, it becomes official. Ask Brad. He's an Unt. You can join the Patreon, folks, if you like. SuperStickers are welcome. How's Leela? Getting monetized. Pretty damn good. If anyone else. So, well, I've got 2 people in the chat. Awesome. That's nice. Good to see you. I know there's people lurking, but if you want to chat, come out and say hello. What is going on today? We're taking a look at this really cool app. It's a little bit complicated, but it's not really. I think you can get overwhelmed by apps sometimes, and I think if you just turn your brain to, oh, this looks confusing, it can be confusing. But I think with a lot of these apps, if you just play around with them, you'll work it out. It's not too hard. So today we're looking at ChaosArp, and tomorrow on the show, we've got our good friend back on the show, Pete Johns. He's back. He's back for today's actually the 1300th episode. It's actually today, but it's not really today because there's been some shows that have had to be removed thanks to some controversial things that have happened on this channel. But tomorrow we're actually celebrating it, and we're going to celebrate it by putting shit on AI. Because it deserves it, don't you think? And that's what we'll be doing tomorrow. Boom. Audible videos here. Try and put a stick in my Stokes, in my Spokey Dokes. But he won't today because I'll just put him in timeout. What's going on, Audible? I jest, of course. Let's Oj over to, let's go. Quick show's a good show. We've got Thomas Christ coming up after this, which I'll Oj you all over there too. We got our featured artist today because we're celebrating the rise of Dark Leela, who officially became a YouTube partner today, and she got bombed with lots of super chats, so that was really cool. And we're going to Oj over to the big community. So Tyler Quattaro has updated Prism MIDI sequencer. Still haven't got my ass into gear to do a show on this yet, but will do. Koala Sampler's got an update. Yes, indeed. Love it when Koala gets updated. Sketch Audio have Blipbox and Phase Monkey on sale. A Media Assistant update. A lot of these we covered yesterday. Time Machine on sale. NerdSynth got a huge update. And thank you to those who've reached out to me over the last couple of days saying that they've been using my presets from NerdSynth. And somebody messaged me and said they've used my presets to make an entire album. So I'm glad people are getting use out of my presets. It gives me confidence to maybe do some more. Maybe I'm not too bad at doing the presets. I don't know. Audio Kit updated King of Digital. Dahlia Sabin updated FMQT. So lots of updates always happening. Price drops. Nothing's changed from yesterday, so I'm just leaving it today. ChaosArp is what we are looking at today. It is $4.99. It is an arpeggiator in its simplest form, but outside of its simplest form, it can go nuts and do some really avant-garde stuff, which I love. and it can be tamed, but it can't be tamed. Chaos is in the name, so don't expect this to be something that you can control it, but the beautiful part of this app is that it is chaotic, and part of the controls feature a variance knob which does run on chaos theory, which is really, really interesting. So it is $5. You can also get it on the Mac. So here it is. You can get it from Gumroad. It is how much? $12.99. And you can get the link from it here. This is Axart.net. This is their website. There's a 14-day trial for the Mac version. If you just click here, you get a 14-day trial, or down here, 14-day trial, and you can check it out. It's a full version for 14 days, or you can buy it straight away, and it's $12.99 compared to $4.99 on iOS. G'day, Ed Zielinski. What's going on? All right, so let's get into this app. I've got a little project that I've made. So we'll come back over here for a second, and we'll hit play. So I've got 3 of these running, and we've got a CordBud controlling the chords coming into this. So let's pull all these volumes down, and let's see. We'll actually start with this piano here, so it's very minimal. And we'll hit play, and let's see what this thing can do, baby. Oh, yeah. just wicked. I'm not going to lie, I really, really, really like this app. And, I'm not sitting here, I never sit here on this show and tell you should go and buy things. It is the same mantra I've been saying since day one, apps aren't Pokemon, you don't need them all. But when one comes along that's really fascinating and can create some really interesting stuff, I get excited. And so this little piece you've heard here, this is something I'm working on for a project, and so far I think it's sounding really good. I just added those drums there just for a rhythm, but really, really nice. And you can see we're using Chem Olk's here in the chat, and Mateusz, what's going on? And Aaron, g'day to you too. So we're using Chem's CordBud to generate chords there, and we've got 3 of these ChaosArps running, feeding off the CordBud to create all that wonderful stuff. So let's clear this out of here. Just going to make sure this is saved. I think I saved it. And we're going to open up just a simple ChaosArp example I have here. So basically this is an arpeggiator, and it can be used very simply as an arpeggiator as well. So we'll connect. So you can see here I've got just a C minor chord here, just ready to go. And this is being fed out into ChaosArp currently, and then ChaosArp. So you have to open ChaosArp as a MIDI. It makes no sound, yeah? It makes no sound whatsoever. It needs notes to be sent to it, and then from ChaosArp, that needs to go out to an instrument. So here we've got CordBud going into ChaosArp and ChaosArp going into Piano Tech, just to keep it nice and simple. Before we, run, let's just open up the interface here. Before we do anything else, I'm just going to set up a keyboard, and I'm going to use the on-screen keyboard so you can see what's going on. So, because we're using an arpeggiator. Okay, now let's just start here. You see the template up here says it's empty. I've got nothing hooked up at the moment. Hi, Feisty Feather. I've got everything turned down. The only thing I've got turned up here is that we're running at an 1/8 for timing, but everything else is turned down. And we'll cover these sections in a moment. So let's go through the sections first. So we've got our pitch. Now this is basically your arpeggiator over here. Then over here, we have these 2 sections, which are the rhythm sections. Now, these take the arpeggiation and they convert the pulses into rhythmic patterns, right? So, and you've got 6 of these, and each of these can be set to different rhythmic patterns. And then down here in the little rhythm section, this is where all the probabilities and the variances are set. So this app is very heavy on probability and variance, and there is a difference. But first, we'll cover the basic arpeggiator before we cover anything else. So let's go across the top first. G'day, Jorge. Hope you're doing well. You've got a play button here. If you want this to work, you want this to be playing. We also have a latch here. And what this latch does, it remembers the last set of notes until you kind of turn it off. You've got a X here to kill the notes as well. You can save your presets. Presets can be found in here. There's a group of them. You can delete your preset. You've got a randomizer, undo, redo, and some settings in here. And the settings are nothing. There's a manual, support, and about. Right? So the manual is really hard to read as well. It's not going to blow your brains out or anything like this. So with an arpeggiator, most people will know if you don't know what an arpeggiator is. So if you hold down some notes, like we held down this C here, it's going to keep repeating, and any other note we add, let's get rid of that. I hate it when I lean on that. So we're going to get these rhythms, yeah? So if we hold down one note, we're just getting an arpeggiator on this one note. And this is all controlled over here. Let's just cover these sections here. So you've got 3 modes. You've got an up, a down, and an up and down. So if we change this to down, This will go down when we add more notes. Right, so pretty standard arpeggiator stuff, and we've got an up and down. I'm just going to latch. So we've got an up and down. And underneath that, we've got octaves. So we can decide how many octaves we want this arpeggiation to go. So if we move this up to 2, we're going to start getting higher notes. We move it up to 3. Move it up to 4. Now we also have a random octave. So we can turn this on and we'll start getting random octaves. But where it gets interesting is above. And so let's just unselect. Let's talk about the probability and variance. Now, most of you will know what probability means if you're a gambler or you've used any of these kind of generative apps or anything like that. So probability, yeah, it's pretty straightforward. It controls probability. Yeah, it could be, it's like a form of randomness, like the 50% is, there's going to be 50% chance that this thing is going to happen. Right, so and you can see all the way throughout here, you've got probability dials everywhere. One over here in the rhythm, one over here in the pitch, one in velocity, one in duration. We've got rest probability. We've got a whole bunch of probabilities down here. But we also have variance. Now, what is variance? You may think it's the same thing, but variance is a parameter-based. It's a parameter based on chaotic properties of non-linear sequences. So it's a degree of predictability of selecting an event from a set. When the variance is low, when it's down low like this, okay, the selection is predictable and limited. But as the variance grows, it does more unpredictability. So probability is like the chance of an event happening, where variance is an amount of chaos and an unpredictability along with the probability. So that's your basic understanding. You can see we've got variance over here as well for the basic arpeggiator. So let's put in some notes again. And let's add some probability in here and some variance. Now, it's probably not going to make a lot of difference at this point, but it's having an effect. And, you know, we're getting some more chaotic stuff by this variance. Let's just go with an up. So for now, we'll turn these back down. So that is the basic arpeggiator. We can come back to that. That's all you really need to know about it. Let's talk about the rhythm. So the rhythm is where all the real magic happens. And so basically what the rhythm section does is it takes the pulses, so it takes the sounds that are being generated by the arpeggiator, and it offers you up the ability to create rhythms from these. And also within these knobs here, so you've got 6 of them, they run in a pattern, yeah? They run left to right, or there's going to be a lot of variance that will happen as well. Now, in turning these knobs, you'll see, you'll get these, I'll zoom in a little bit for you so you can see them. We've got ×1, repeat ×2, repeat ×3, repeat ×5, and then a repeat random. Then we move on to our stretch. So stretch ×2, stretch 3, stretch 4, and then a stretch random. Then we have rest notes all the way up to 3, and then a rest random. So yeah, obviously we're getting stretch notes, we're getting stretch notes, repeats, so like ratcheting, and rest notes for periods of time. So you can change all of these around, and you can randomly go in here and select a bunch of these things, but nothing is going to happen until we start dictating amounts of probability, variance, distribution, repeat, rest probabilities for these to take place. And I can show you that. So if we start, also here we can decide how fast this is going to go, our arpeggiator, and it goes, it goes pretty fast. All the way down to 1, yeah? Let's just leave it on an 1/8 for now. So you see these little lights that are next to all these knobs here, we're not getting any action until we start adding some probability to this. Let's start adding some variance. So this is where chaos will start coming into it. So we're starting to get rests here. Different lights are lighting up. Randomly, they're running through this list. Let's add some more probability. We add some probability and variance into the arpeggiator. And some higher octaves, octaves in here. Let's add a rest in here up the top. And now we can start bringing in the stretch probabilities. Rest probabilities, repeat probabilities. And now we're starting to get some chaos. So let's bring it down to a 1/4. Let's add some effects to this as well. Just something like an alt tether or something. Just give it a bit of reverb. Take the edge off. So let's talk about this last knob here I haven't played around with yet, which is the distribute. So this is a rhythm probability distribution knob, yeah? And it works in odd and even numbers. So the lower the value, the more odd numbers, I think it is. Yeah, the more odd numbers, the lower. So we're dealing with odd numbers. But if you bring this up to the middle, you're going to get an even mix of odd and even numbers. So 1 to 3s and 2 to 4s. But if we take this to the left, I'm going to pump up the speed a little bit, back to an 1/8. Let's put that variance all the way up. So all the way to the opposite end, you're going to get more even numbers. So let me explain how the stretch probability works. So the probability of the repeater rhythm, sorry, I'm talking about stretch, of the repeater rhythm to stretch in duration for a repeater that plays 2 notes within a pulse and become a repeater that plays 2 notes with 3 pulses. I just love how random this is. Like, it's continuing to evolve and it's never the same. Now we have a pitch sync button here. Let's just turn that on, pitch sync it. Now remember, we just have one set of notes held here. We can add more notes in. So not only is it good for creating really random stuff on lower speeds, let's bring it right down. Just nice sparse notes. We'll bring down our octaves. We'll take it to a half. But we also have the ability to set the velocities to probabilities as well. So this first velocity, this is our fixed velocity. So it's currently set to 90. So all the velocities are, pretty much staying the same. But we can change the probability of the velocities. And now you can hear we're getting louder notes. But we can also pull back the range and soften all this stuff. So the range of the random velocity, so the range here, it's a random velocity centered around the fixed velocity. For example, if the fixed velocity is set to, like, what is it now? 57, and the range is set to 100%, then the velocity will be between 1. That's right. Does not produce notes outside of those velocities, yeah? So you've got a lot of control here. We also have, with duration, duration can turn these into dotted notes, or, But we can also mix up the range and the probability in these. What's super fascinating here as well too is, I just love how it's got a mind of its own. It really is super fascinating the way this works. We have a preference, a performance module down here. So this gives you the ability to live perform, and you can activate, which I think pretty much it puts the rhythm up to like 100%. So if we turn this off and bring all these down, much lower, and use this perform, we can multi-tap and then release and give live chaos pretty much. Double tapping on any of the knobs brings them back to their set place. So really, really neat, this little performance tab. Now to stop this at any time, just hit the little stop button up here. Or you can control it. Once this play is hooked up, you can control it through your DAW as well. And yes, there is a randomizer, so you can just come over here and take your chances and see what you get. But where this works really well is with a project, yeah, with having a set of chords. So let's turn these notes off here, these random notes, and we'll bring this back to a default. And let me just bring all this stuff down to 0. What I think is a really good idea is to come in here, I'll leave that back there, get all this down. I like to set it at an 1/8, and then come in here and save this as a, we want to save, I haven't done this before. Can I save as a preset? Where does it let me save it? I've not realized this. Presets. Do I have to save it in the app? Is there an app? Let's have a look on my iPad. So I've not done this before. Chaos. I don't see one. There it is, ChaosArp. I guess we save presets in here. I guess so. No? Oh, there we go. What has that done? What has that given me? All right, so I guess that's that. Let's try it. There, and then come down, presets. All right, cool. So yeah, I should have named that something else. But yeah, which apps are boring exactly? Isn't that true? So I've just saved my own little preset there, and I like having this preset set to 0. It does help. We're at our halfway point, so let's go and do this. Remember, if you're enjoying the content here on the channel, hit the like, do the subscribe, all that kind of stuff, and super chats and all that stuff are welcome as well. Let's run our ad. Every day we run an ad here on the channel from YouTube because that's the business. I like to let you know so you all get the ad at the same time. You can avoid the ad by becoming a YouTube premium subscriber, or just skipping the ad and we'll wait for you to come back. The ad has been run. Ding. Done. Thanks, Thomas, for posting that. Hey, SG Experiment, we featured one of your tracks here. Was it 2 days ago on the show? I think it was. I think we did it for that app. What day is it? I don't know. So, all right, let's start. Let's come back here. Oh, while we're waiting for those who may have got an ad, I'll let you know. So tomorrow we got this happening. Pete's coming on the show. 1300 episode celebration. We're going to talk about the rise of AI and the fall of AI because Udio and Suno are in deep shit. They're not going to be around very much longer, which is great. I love it. Also, the day after that, we are taking a look at Jan Mays has got a couple of new apps out as well, which is J-Amp Acoustic and Fair Limiter Oj. All right, let's come back over here and start utilizing our chords here. So I've got CordBud connected to this, and so CordBud is running out of here, out of CordBud, into ChaosArp. So it's sending chords, and then ChaosArp is running out to Piano Tech. Yes, indeed it is. So now we can come in here and choose some chords. So let's just run along this minor scale here. And oh no, we'll take an F, or we'll do a B, we'll do an F, and let's just do those, shall we? So now these chords are going to play when I hit. And we are arpeggiating. So we've got just the arpeggiator running at the moment. We can add some probability in there and variance. And now this is where we can start to get jiggy. Let's put in a rest. And a stretch. Again, I'm going to slow this down. And this is where it gets fun. Adding some reverbs and stuff. What do I want? I want to go back. I'm going to add in another instrument here. Now, this isn't available yet, but I've kind of done a hack for it. So there's a new app coming soon, guys, called, and you can kind of jam it into Decent Sampler at the moment before it comes out, called Healing Bowl. And you can see the picture's not working properly, but let's create another ChaosArp. And we're going to send CordBud into this, and this out to Decent Sampler. So I want to add a pad or something. So I'm just going to add a string section underneath here that'll follow the chords. Give it some kind of semblance of pad. And we can use Chem's CordBud. I'm telling you, this thing, along with Chem's apps, is just mwah! That piano just has a mind of its own. I love it. It's so sweet. Exactly. If you don't own CordBud, now's your chance. Grab that code, paste it in to your App Store, redeem the code, and you will own CordBud. It's sick. Get it while it's hot. Thank you, Chem. Thank you. I love this app. This is rad, man. I was playing with this for about 3 hours yesterday, just lost. I mean, let's just solo this. Let's try that, Audie. We'll throw in another one. Hey, Kimmy, Kimbo the Bimbo, and Laurie's Mishmash. So I'm going to send these chords from CordBud into this new ChaosArp. And we'll send this ChaosArp out to Strummer. Whoa, listen to that piano, man. It's just going off on its own tangent. It's so good. Strum is rad. It's so good. Abso-freaking-lutely, Ed. You are absolutely right with that. Let me just save this and we'll give this a different name. Show. So this app is going to come in very handy for something I'm working on at the moment. What have we got here? Logic. So how does it work? I haven't even tried that. I haven't even tried it. Put in a MIDI track. Put in a piano. Is it in here? Oh, it's not here. Why can't I load it? It's not here. It's Chaos. Yeah, there we go. ChaosArp. So there we go. Let's just choose a decomposition and put in some chords, I guess. And we'll copy these across. Oops. No, grab. Yeah. F, do a G. Do an E, just quickly. And select all of these. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I got to copy them, don't I? Oops. Come down here, paste. E. Why did that not work? What am I trying to do? I'm trying to rush now. A? Why does it not let me do that? I don't know why it's not letting me do that. I can't remember how to do it. Need a MIDI track to feed it. I'm just going to create a keyboard player here. Just for now. I'm running out of time. I shouldn't be doing this. I was supposed to finish. Oh, anyway, you get what I'm doing. Because I'm out of time because I've got to go to Thomas and I've got to play today's track. But you get what I'm doing. We'll get around to doing it at some stage. But yeah, that'll work really good. I got sidetracked, man. I hate when I get sidetracked and start doing something. And quickly, what I want to do before I get out of here is just run through some of these presets, yeah? And now Logic has stolen the audio. I love when Logic does that. You're a fucking legend, Logic. I love it. Just takes the audio away. It's like it doesn't matter. I'll just hog it. So here are our presets. Let's quickly run through them. This is rolling on beat. Strange pulse. Syncopated. Evangeliator. Decomposition. Uplifter. Let's speed it up. It sounds like a Muse track. It's like listening to Muse. Down roller. Almost swing. Minimal effort. And my preset, which is just a basic nothing. So I mean, you could, let's not beat around the bush here. You could go crazy and add, you could use CordBud, send that into Bleaser's ARP, and then send Bleaser's ARP into, and you'd have an ARP Unalive festival. All right, we're going to get out of here for the today. Look, it's a great app. I think it's really wicked. It's definitely worth more than $5. I mean, $5 is super cheap for something like this. There you go. $4.99, definitely worth more than $5. There's no doubt about that. I want to thank Chem for dumping a code. I hope somebody got the code. Let us know if you got the code and cashed it in. It's worth your time. You got to see that app in action today. Today's featured artist is the Rise of Dark Leela, because we're celebrating today Rise of Dark Leela. She got monetized after so much hard work. She had her channel removed and had all this drama, and she fought back and said, no, you know what? I'm going to keep fighting. And she kept going and pushing forward and being consistent. And congratulations, Leela. Consistent, and you'll continue to rise. That is the truth. With anything, folks, just keep consistent. Keep following your dreams. You know, do what makes you happy. Mistakes make you better. We'll all rise together. Stay awake. So let's get out of here. Let's play a song from Leela today. Arsenic on the Rocks. Let's Oge. I'll see you tomorrow for our me and Pete 1300 shows talking about AI. Let's do it. You ready to rock? I'm ready to rock. And Thomas Christ is up straight after this, and I'll bounce you all over there. Let's Oge.
Yes, arsenic on the rocks.